Good morning.
Good morning, good afternoon. How
I
are
was like,
you?
am I by myself today?
No, I'm here. I don't know what happened when I went to go on. It actually made it go to like the personal meeting room instead of
Oh,
here. And then I was hoping that I didn't kick everybody off of here. I don't know. I guess everybody's just taking their time.
okay.
Usually everybody's here by now. Good morning,
Okay.
good afternoon.
Yeah.
Sorry. Okay. So, how's your week going so far?
It's been
Oh no, I can't hear you.
hectic.
Hectic?
Kids start school tomorrow. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the kids start tomorrow. So distance learning will be fun. Challenging
Yeah.
with two small kids. Kingston did not like distance learning last year. He hated it. He hated Zoom and it was challenging with him. So I emailed his kindergarten teacher and told her, like heads up, it's gonna be a tough one. So we'll see.
That's really rough. Do you have a space set up for them?
I gotta clear out my countertop, and then I bought some bar stools with like backrests, and then the rest
Uh-huh.
of me is like pillows to kind of help give them support, and that's it. Like set them up on that.
I know, it's tough. I have
Yeah.
hair in my mouth, sorry. I'm shedding. It's really hard. I have my two boys are 8 and 10, so third and fifth grade. So I have a spot set up in the house now. And I'm just kind of preparing, like getting everything, but they didn't release what the schedule was going to be like until last night, actually, what the school day was going to look like. So it's a lot of last minute, it seems like, juggling for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went to Costco yesterday, and I almost bought myself a bottle. I was like, I don't even drink. I almost bought myself a bottle to deal with first day of school.
I think everyone kind of feels that way, I think. Oh, look at our gentlemen have joined us.
Good morning, Shawn, Kevin, Mitzi.
Good morning. Good morning.
They're
How
both
are you?
looking very clinical. I'm sure that was planned.
Oh, yes, both of them in white. Is this organized? No. Oh, you both just think alike and also like to stay on mute while you're talking to me. That's awesome. Look
So
at you.
Cassie Pro Wednesday.
Me so sorry.
No,
Nice.
I just woke up this way. I have no idea.
Oh. Oh, Kevin, who are you kidding? We know you just rolled out of bed.
Yeah, perfect.
I'm ready. Very nice. Well, I see you're in your space over here. You have a really amazing setup. I mean, I know that we've all seen it already, but now I can see like a bunch of stuff in back. Like, I think you changed your angle.
I just moved some stuff around a little. Yeah.
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 Very nice.
And he's backlit.
Yeah. Like Jared's teeth.
Oh.
I got a new thing from my dentist. I thought I'd just go ahead and show you all.
Let's see.
Yeah.
Oh.
I love how your dentist pulled through for you like that.
I know. She's the best.
Amazing.
She's the best dentist ever. She's so funny. You know, on the parody of the Brady Bunch, the one who's Jan, and she's always like Marsha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's kind of what she reminds me of a little bit. She's like super blonde, like frighteningly smiley, but she's the sweetest person I've ever met. I look forward to going to the dentist like every 6 months. I'm so excited about it, usually when it's just cleaning, but I love her. She's the best. And so I was saying that the visor I had, it's supposed to be clear, but it's a little, opaque. I can't really see through it. And so she's like, oh, we have tons of them, and gave me this one. So that was great.
Oh my God, a gift with purchase.
Right? It only cost me like $600.
Is there a brand? Can you read us the brand name? No.
There isn't. There is no brand whatsoever.
That might be something maybe you can find out from her so we can share that information, because I know what you mean. A lot of them you can't really actually see clearly through them. It's a little bit foggy.
Right. Well, and this one had a little tab on each side of a film that you pulled off. And so it was like protecting it. And so when you pull that film off, it's like brand new crystal clear plastic, which I immediately dented, but you know, whatever. Because then you got to put it together, but whatever. I do my best. I try.
We're not grading you. And at least you didn't have to turn it back into her. So all good.
Jonna might not be grading you.
Oh, there's judging going on. I know.
This is true. Sean Paul is here.
Right. Look busy.
Well, welcome everybody. Good morning, good afternoon. We're going to give it a little bit longer because we did get a later start. Me and Valerie were on here. Valerie said she was thinking she was the only one showing up today. Because normally everyone kind of pops on at like 12:25, and I know I didn't come on until 12:27 or 9 respectively. And I was kind of thinking the same thing, like everybody knows it's now, right? So we'll give it a couple minutes and wait for our stragglers. Even though you're not stragglers, I know it's early in a lot of places. My kids desperately needed to run around outside just before this, so I let them kind of go nuts momentarily. Oh, hi, Valerie's kids are here. Hello. Hi, guys. Good luck going back to school. Well, with school starting, have fun. Tomorrow's their first day, she said.
Oh.
So that's very exciting and nerve-wracking and certainly drink-worthy, Valerie.
Just a nip.
Sean Paul, your skin is rather glowing today.
I will review my regimen with you.
Oh, hi, thank you. I really mean that though. It is it's really glowing. You got a nice glow. So you know what? Since you are going to share your morning regimen, we'll sort of get started then, but we'll start with the regimens.
Sort of. Okay.
We won't get into the hygiene yet, which is what our topic is today. Hygiene.
Absolutely.
Now Sean Paul's going to talk about his personal hygiene. I'm Jonna, Regional Account Executive here in the Northeast. I think everybody knows me by now. The chat button, if you want to submit, everyone has already started doing so. I love it how everyone just kind of starts coming on here and putting in their email addresses. So that will be to enter to win our Monday giveaway. On Monday, we have a really fun, exciting Zoom coming to you. Sean Paul, are we allowed to say what it is? Or
we absolutely are. Take it away.
So on Monday, we will be having our Defy Age launch party. So I am super excited to share that new product with everybody. Lisa will be joining us, our education director, who you've met before. So she's gonna just have your questions ready. We're going to get to the bottom of the new product. Very excited. And then on next Wednesday, we're doing glowing skin from within. So more on that topic on Wednesday. We are keeping with our same good morning, good afternoon time for next week and the same code. If you have any questions for Sean Paul or Kevin or anyone really throughout today's Zoom, just submit it in the chat. You're more than welcome to. We love interacting. What else? I think that's pretty much it. We do have some specials that are ending so at the end of this month. So now is the time. You only have next week left to take advantage of them. Product of the month right here. One of my favorites. And what else? We have our hydration duo. See, I remembered the name today, everybody. 1.7. I just spit on the camera. This is why you wear masks and shields in Kevin's circumstance. Okay. You think that's bad? Oh. If you haven't checked out, I have a lot of bloopers available for viewing pleasure. So 1.7 ounce pro collagen in the hydration duo along with moisture surge. We also have our facial to go kit, which is really awesome. And if you have any questions about any of those specials, please reach out to your regional account executive. And if you also would like to see any past recordings, reach out to them for that as well. So that was a lot. Sean Paul.
Hello and good morning. I think everyone knows me. I am the National Sales Director with Epicuren proudly. And today we're going to be talking about hygiene habits, which is not personal hygiene, not my hygiene, but the sanitation of your spa business and treatment room. So I'm going to start like I usually start with my morning regimen. John has already given me a compliment, so I know that it's working. I started with our apricot cream cleanser, and because I'm finding right now that foaming cleansers are a little bit aggressive for me because I did a little exfoliation earlier in the week. So apricot cream cleanser, and then because I'm having some congestion, our Brazilian propolis mist. Generously, I apply it to a cotton round instead of just misting. I know there are mist fans out there, but I prefer the cotton round. Next, our Bulgarian Rose Auto for a little bit of glow, and our facial emulsion enzyme moisturizer. And then, can you think what it's going to be? Sol for the face, espresso limon for the body. Absolutely. So I'm experiencing a lot of aroma today, and I'm happy about it. No issues. All righty. So what we wanted to do was put together some more information for all of you for your spa business to assist in providing some more resources from previous Ask Our Experts. Returning clients, as we know, safety is the utmost importance right now. Everything in your space from the front door to your treatment rooms must be perceived as clean and sterile. So today I thought we would spend some time discussing common habits of sanitation, along with highlighting specific touch points in your space with available options to address. So my buddy Kevin, sans tape over his mouth, is going to walk you through some of the items which I'm talking about, because it's always great to actually see someone presenting something as someone's talking. So we like to kind of partner up. So the word clean is already a buzzword in our industry. We are really in the clean beauty space. But now, as we know, we can agree that spa goers now have an elevated concern around cleanliness and the condition of the spa that they go to. Kind of the reason why I've recommended to many of you to shoot videos of walking into your treatment room, walking into the spa space. If you work in a multi-service location like a salon spa, really giving the client the ability to see from the comfort and safety of, as they feel, of their home, your space and the alterations or upgrades that you might have done, so that removes a little bit of the unknown when they arrive to your space for the first time. So shooting that video, posting it on your social platforms like Instagram, posting it to maybe doing a reel, which is the new Instagram feature, or on your Facebook, or most importantly on your website. That is something that customers are going to want to refer to, and posting on all those different platforms will also change the hierarchy algorithm for what Google is going to put out as far as content. So for owners of spas like you, the top priority, along with increasing sales, of course, and expanding your business, is to maintain heightened standards of spa cleanliness and sterilization around all areas of the business to ensure that not only your clients are satisfied, but they're referring more people to you based upon the feel that you have really pivoted your business to answer the need that's currently, globally, along with coming back. Obviously, you want those clients to not just, come back and get that great facial and then not come back for a couple of months. You want them to really feel secure about being in your space. So sterilization, what are areas that we think about, and what are some areas that we can consider further? These, of course, are bathrooms, floors and countertops, along with your treatment room and the equipment in your treatment room. In each of these areas, there are high touch points and low touch points, meaning that there's more frequency that those places are touched or less frequency. And so we want to highlight those if in case they haven't come to mind or been top of mind to either you or your therapist. Because many of you sit in on these great Ask Our Experts. We give, you know, a bit of information, and we hope that that is then cascaded out to your teams in order to give another voice to the messaging that you have that's out there. So I want to give you kind of an example that's going to be a bit of a weird example when I think of high and low touch points. So for all of you out there on the Zoomosphere, many of you I think know that I live in New York City. And because I live in New York City, I don't have a driveway or a garage or a carport or a lean-to. In order to park, you have to get a garage. And so I pay to park my car in the garage, and the monthly fee is insane. But the beauty of it is the car's always cooled down, which is lovely. It's never covered in snow, and it's only a couple blocks away. But in the time that we're in right now, letting someone else get into your car is a daunting thing. The person who parks it, the person who brings it back to you. There's two people in my car in addition to myself and my husband. So at first it was a little daunting to consider. And at first they weren't wearing masks. They certainly weren't wearing gloves or anything like that. And eventually the parking garage caught on, and they started implementing cleanliness standards, which was great. And now they have a big sign, and they will wipe down the door handle and things like that. Well, of course, I did like many of you. I put a container of wipes, hospital grade wipes, into the car. And so when I get into the car, even though the person who is bringing the car to me is wearing a mask and they're wearing gloves, I still wipe everything down like a crazy person. And I think when I was writing this presentation and kind of making sure I had all my ideas, I really thought about the areas on my car that I used to first wipe down, and then the areas of the car that I now wipe down, because the touch points have grown exponentially as my awareness of where they could have touched in the car. So I wiped down the emergency brake, of course. I wiped down the key, of course, because those are the things they touch. I wiped down the gear shift, of course. But then I started realizing that the adjustment to the seat, because often the people who park my car are a different height than I am. Many of you do not know I'm 6'1", so I'm pretty tall. And so they're constantly adjusting the seat. It's a very little car. The door handle, both inside and outside, the steering wheel, all of the things in the car that are important, I'm wiping down. So before I even pull out of the garage, I think I've wiped down about 8 different surfaces. So I thought that it would be great to kind of use that as a live example for all of you when you think about, you know, if a valet parks your car or if you're in your own business, the areas that people are touching. Another analogy that I like to give is to think about when you see posted the antibacterial gel or spray that is at the beginning of the grocery store at the entrance. Everyone grabs it and immediately, you know, starts spraying things down. But do we think about that we just touched the top of it, so that, you know, how many hundred of people pumped it before you? So how do you touch that? So understanding when you're cleaning off the grocery cart and you're, you know, taking the towels, if they're not on a dispenser, you pick up the towel roll, put your finger into the center of the towel roll to pull the towels off. It's a rabbit hole without a doubt. So thinking about all of those touch points are things that your customer coming into your business is thinking about. And so kind of bringing those to the forefront and just kind of reminding and giving a different perspective, because unfortunately right now, I'm not in your business to, you know, give you reminders. So being able to share these reminders over this Zoom call. So high touch surfaces that I think of in your business. I'll start with reception, obviously seating if you do have a seating area, and thinking about, you know, the underside of the front of the seat. The front door, there's nothing worse than arriving at a store and the glass has a handprint on it. And I see that when I walk out my building every morning, no matter how many times that the person who cleans the lobby cleans that glass, inevitably someone opens the door with their full palm print on the glass, and that palm print will send someone into a frenzy. And so that is obviously ensuring that you're having someone wipe that down periodically, perhaps twice per hour. Obviously door handles, both inside and outside. Counters within the front desk or reception area. And then also, of course, we've talked about it before, the writing implements. You know, if you do not have contactless payment, which a lot of people do not, if you do not have a policy where you're asking them to pay before they walk in the door, if you do have writing implements out, I would definitely recommend having something next to the writing implements, if it's in a cup, to let the client know, because again, it's about perception. Within the treatment room, so this is where my buddy Kevin is going to step in and give you some visuals, shall we say. So the first one is the light loop. How many times that we touch that light loop, that we bring it down to get closer.
This.
Yes. I mean,
This.
that's
Yeah.
when we go into the dentist, my dentist, they have that tape thing. And Kevin, your client might have the same, or you, when you went to the dentist, might have had the same thing, where every place that they touch, whether it's the handle for their own loop, they will have that tape that's over it. So because many of us don't have that luxury, making sure that the handle on the loop is clean. Also the steamer arm, if we are using still steam in our service, making sure that both the on button and thank you, the on button is being wiped down, because I'm also concerned of your safety too, because if you're touching your client and then you're turning off the steamer, there's cross-contamination that can be happening there. Kevin's new face shield, if you are wearing a face shield during your services, yes, ensuring that if you're a spitter like Jana, that you'll want to wipe down the face shield. Or if you're like me, who wears glasses when I'm not on camera, glasses and a face shield and glasses and a face mask, there's always fogging up, and I'm constantly doing this. So if your client is seeing you, yes, thank you. If your client is seeing you do that, again, that's another touch point. Don't forget about your hot towel cabbie. Many of us will wipe down the interior of the hot towel cabbie, and our friend Tambra gave us a great example about, and Melissa talked about how to put aroma in there. But I want you to think about also cleaning the handle when you're opening that hot towel cabbie. If you use as many hot towels as I have done in service, you touch that cabbie at least 3 or 4 times. Next is your implement container. The shelf and the handle, your sterilizer, those are things also that you'll want to make sure that you're wiping down. Kevin, you are killing me today.
Tweezers, goggles, you name it.
Absolutely. Also think about you're sitting on a chair. When you adjust the chair and you move the chair forward and you move the chair back, there is a spot under the chair where you tend to touch often. For your own safety, ensure that you're wiping that spot down too. And then obviously the treatment bed headrest and adjustable arm, if you're bringing the table up, if you're lowering it down also, those are things that you want to show your client that you're wiping down as you do it. Again, going back to, it truly is about perception in addition to your safety. So the more of those touch points that your client is seeing you address, the more they're going to feel at ease, and that's what they're going to talk about. That's what I'm seeing a lot of posts on right now, is how great the facial is, how thrilled the client was to go back and get a little me time. But then it's, the bathroom was so clean. The treatment room, everything was stark. I felt like it was very sanitized. So let's also think about low touch points. And this is one that our team started talking about when we're using product. If you're choosing not to pre-dispense your product, think about the jars, the bottles, the tubes that you use for each dispensation, ensuring that those are being wiped down also. Because if there's someone in the waiting room waiting for their next service, your client comes out, she, beats it to the car, and your next client walks in, that client might think, I wonder if those products were wiped down. And so, it's about what it looks like. Next, clients should also see that you're cleaning the hamper lid when you're putting your disposable, your towels or whatever that you're using, that hamper lid should be wiped down too. Next, we get to linens. Kevin had a great recommendation, and I definitely concur. Everything should be white at this time. I know that we love to match our towels, and probably have spent a good amount of money and time sourcing towels that match our logo or match the decor of our business, but there's never a better time to have everything be white, not only for the amount of laundry that you're doing, but also for the aesthetic. Also is white sheets. As we recommended before, again, just a reminder, probably thinking about transitioning blankets out and just thinking about a sheet, and if your table, if you have the opportunity to make it heated so that the client does still feel warm. And then if I didn't recommend it before, this thought came to mind, a pillow cover. So you can buy those zip covers that you can put your pillows into, and that will also make people feel that that pillow has not had someone else's, head sitting on it. And obviously, we also discussed aprons. So to meet that need, Epicuren is now launching. We used to have black aprons. Now we are launching white aprons. And so those are now available. We'll be providing our regional account executives with photos to send to all of you in their weekly newsletter. So you'll be able to see those. It's a same apron. It's just now white, easier to wash, and won't fade for you. Any questions? I haven't even asked if there's questions. I just keep talking.
So far, no, but if anyone does have any questions, please just put them in the chat button. And also now is a good time to just remind everyone, if they haven't done so already, to submit their email address to be entered to win product giveaway on Monday. Thank you, Jean-Paul. So far, so good.
And I also,
oh,
go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, I did want to add just what you were saying about the white sheets, and the main reason that that's good is because they can be bleached and sanitized, not just because they're white and they look clean, but because they can be bleached and sanitized. So just wanted to put that in there.
We are getting
Absolutely.
a question about the cleaner that you're using, Kevin.
Oh, we're going to get to
We're going to get to that.
Actually,
Kevin's going to show it, and I'm going to talk about it.
Jean-Paul, I'm actually going to just, one of the cleaners that I'm using is natural and is amazing, and we'll talk about that. And I'm actually going to make a new batch while we speak. So go ahead.
Oh, he's ready. Absolutely. Then there was another question. I think Nisi had a question before.
She's just
Missy?
saying fantastic tips. She's very excited about this.
Oh, okay.
Like
When I saw the word tips, I thought that's another thing too, is the exchange of money. That's another one that really will get people nerved out. And I was recently listening to a news story about perceptions across the world. And in Germany, people only use money. Trying to get them to go to contactless payment, they don't necessarily trust it. And so that's been a huge challenge for the transmission, is people using cash all the time. So I'm glad you like the tips, but then I talked about tips for you. Kevin brought up for me also to ensure that I included things about understanding the airflow in your business. So if you do have the opportunity to talk with your landlord or the developer about changing the filters in your HVAC. Also, many of you have invested in-room filtration. That would be something that you want to make sure people can hear the whirring of it. Also, is good for white noise. But in addition, ensure that you're wiping off the outside of it, because if you were able to only get a black one, they collect dust really quickly. And dust is like, the enemy. The ultimate goal for air in your business is to maintain that movement so that the client feels like they're not in the same air, or that you or your therapist also don't feel like you're in the same air constantly, that there's a circulation of it. Some of you I know maybe have ceiling fans, also a great idea. Set on low, of course. And then finally, what resources are out there that we can assist you in maintaining all of the above that we talked about? So Kevin was kind enough to provide me with a listing of products that he and some of the people, contacts in his network, use daily now to make their job easier. So the first one, which is I think what Kevin has been using, is the Opticide. Excellent. It's the best alternative for everyday multi-use surface disinfectants. It's fast, broad spectrum, and compatible with surfaces, and is also an excellent cleaner. And when I say compatible with surfaces, many of you might also be seeing now that there are certain fabrics and there are certain surfaces like your pocketbook that if you get the hand sanitizer on, can stain your pocketbook because it's 70, sometimes 80% alcohol. That can have a detrimental effect on certain surfaces. So always make sure that the cleaners you're using are compatible. The Opticide kills organisms in 30 seconds, up to 1 minute, except tuberculosis, which is killed in 2 minutes. Yikes. Faster kill times mean faster turnovers. And so if you are booked back to back, many of you who are back to work, your customers have been waiting for you. And so the quicker that you can wipe things down. It can be purchased in liquid and wipe form, and it's for disinfecting surfaces and soaking your tools and implements. Kevin, anything to add?
I did have something and now I just completely spaced. So no, I think that was great. I love Opticide, and there's lots of different products like this that end in the word side. Yeah, there's lots of sides. There's Barbicide, which you spray on clippers in your tools for cutting hair. So yeah, so you can just go online. And just a real fun fact, the reason that tuberculosis takes longer is that particular virus has sort of like a harder shell around it. So it takes longer to kill it, which the virus that we're dealing with now, COVID-19, does not have that. So all these cleaners are great, and it is a 30-second turnaround on that.
That's great. And getting that, would you say, what I probably would say for our West Coast friends is our beauty supply locations have really invested in both industrial cleaners and also household cleaners, so they can be a great add-on. I also would recommend, obviously, if you're around, your big box stores like a Home Depot or a Lowe's would also be a good place. And then Kevin, where did you order yours?
Actually, I got it on Amazon, to be honest.
Okay,
Yeah.
Sure. And that's the thing. You also need to really be really cautious that the price gouging that is happening right now is unbelievable. Some of the price points of some things. So just be cautious when you're getting those things, because I know that in grocery stores, things like that, most wipes are non-existent right now. So we're going to go through some other alternatives to help you make solutions that maybe are kinder to the environment also. So Kevin mentioned Barbicide. It's ultimately, Barbicide is known worldwide as the ultimate product for EPA registered disinfection in salons, barbershops, and spas. It's that iconic blue liquid that's trusted and effective, earning its reputation for creating, I'm reading off their website, creating a safe and clean spa. It's also safe for non-porous surfaces, including tanning beds, metals, stainless steel, plastics, combs, brushes, rollers, and shears. So Barbicide, I've seen a lot of people get certified in them. So Eva also put in the chat one that she uses. Eva, which one was that? Who wants to read that?
Yeah, it's called Decon 30. So
Oh, great.
Yeah, you can buy it online. It's non-toxic, hospital grade. You spray it on, leave it on for 30 seconds, and you're done. So that's what I use to clean my Himalayan salt rocks with too.
That's great. Good idea. Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you, Eva. And then trusted, tried and true is bleach. Kevin gave me a industry standard ratio that I did not know, which is a 9-to-1 water to bleach solution. And Kevin has prepared his and put it in a sprayer.
And you always want to label. You will get, if the health department comes by and your products are not labeled, they will let you know all about it.
Yes, they will. With a lovely little gift with purchase of fine. Next, we'll get into natural cleaners. Definitely flooding the market right now with water, salt, and sometimes vinegar that is electrolyzed, easy for me to say, and turned into a powerful cleaning and disinfecting agent. So 2 that Kevin talked about in the past that we thought we would show you. The first is Force of Nature, and that is FORCE of nature. So it miniaturizes electrolyzed water technology from the industrial space. Water, salt, and vinegar are converted to electrolyzed water when electrical current charges the chemical composition of the solution with 2 ingredients: sodium hydroxide and hypochlorous acid, which is the same germ-killing substance that your immune system makes. So Kevin, take it away.
Yeah, so there's a couple, so I first learned about this technology at the Live Love Spa in Napa, actually, when a company by the name of Clean Republic was there. And they were just the coolest people, and the technology is so interesting. It's basically the same substance that is created when lightning strikes water, which is insane. So you add basically water and salt, and you electrolyze it, and it turns into those compounds that you just talked about. It's completely natural. This one, Force of Nature, which I believe their website is forceofnatureclean.com. I also follow them on Instagram now. They're great. They can be found in hospitals, as can Clean Republic as well. So this is just as strong as any hospital grade cleaner, completely safe, completely natural. This one I was just showing you, it's kind of fun too for the kids if you have kids. It's like a little science project. You just put it in, it's on a cord, so I can't get much closer, but you just put it in this little contraption. You fill the water to the fill line, you put in the little capsule of the ingredients, and then you turn it on, and it starts to bubble like a little science project. And then you just put it in your sprayer, and it is it's good for 2 weeks. It's effective for 2 weeks, I should say. So you can actually even write the date on the back, or I go through this probably in 5 days, so it would never sit in the bottle for 2 weeks. But it's great, and a friend of mine who's also an esthetician told me about it, and she's always going down rabbit holes about doing better and being more eco-friendly. And this is fantastic because I do have only white linen, so I bleach everything. I use this to clean all surfaces that I touch. I spray it on the floor, I spray it on my chair. But the great thing is that there are a couple things that I can't wash. One being the heating pad for the massage table that cannot go in the wash. So I can just spray it down after doing a demonstration. And I turn on, because I do have a really high-powered air purifier as well. I just clean everything while I still have my mask on from the person being here. I don't take it off. Sanitize everything, spray down the things that I can't sanitize or take out and wash, turn my purifier on high, and I leave the room for half an hour and open a window if I can. The only thing about these is you do want to check color fastness. So if you, I have a couch down here, and that was one thing that I was worried about, is that I can't clean my couch. And so I turned it around and sprayed a little bit on the back of the couch, which is a light gray, and it did not affect the color. So I can effectively spray down my entire room, including myself if I want to. I mean, I wouldn't get it on your skin, but you could spray it on your apron, you could spray your mask, and walk out the door. And it's totally natural, and it's great. They're awesome. And this one actually, there's a little thing that you can sign up for, that every person that you refer to it, they'll send you 25 of the little capsules. So why not?
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Kevin.
Yes.
So in summary, our habits around sanitation, along with the understanding where our common touch points are in our space, are of the utmost importance. Ultimately, it's how your team feels working with you and working in their space, and how your clients feel to come back, as we talked about. Sharing your efforts and keeping your clients in the know, both on social media and right in front of them, about your habits and efforts will help to address concerns and ultimately communicate care. And that's really what it's about. We all care for our clients, and sanitation is a part of that caring. So I will send everyone my notes, and I will also give you some of the resources and articles that I used to put this presentation together. One of them was from Global Wellness Institute, and another was from American Spa. So I hope you have found this information helpful, and I appreciate everyone kind of chiming in and sharing some things that work for them. Because again, we are here to help you and to give suggestions, but there's so many options and tools out there for you. Thank you.
Thank you. With your follow-up, could you include the products that you were discussing, like the wipes that Kevin had and the force?
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. We did get a request for that.
Of course.
Thank you so much for the information. I loved that you said it's really about perception, because so many of us really were doing this to begin with. And I think that's part of the frustration with things getting closed down, because we've known all along how to clean, right? But it really is about now letting everyone see that part. The part we had kept hidden was like, you know, nobody wants to see you cleaning. And now it's like, everyone wants to see you cleaning. And so it's just,
nonstop. Yeah,
it's reversed. So thank you so much. And thank you, Vanna. Thanks, Kevin. We have a wholesale offer for you today, 10% off your order. The code is Hygiene. I don't know where you come up with these, Sean Paul.
I don't know.
And we will see you Monday for a Defy Age launch party. Very excited about that, so please don't miss it. And we'll also be picking our giveaway winner on Monday as well. I hope you all have a great rest of your week and enjoy your weekend. And we will see you on Monday, the same time, same code. Oh, Valerie might be bringing a drink along with her. It's appropriate. It's a party, Valerie. Do what you want. It's 9:30 your time, but no one will judge. Mimosas.
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
Exactly. Okay, thank you, everybody. Have a great day. Thanks, Sean Paul. Thank you, Kevin.
Thank you.